With the newest release of WinVast, we already know this video had to come out eventually, being that A0 and A1 are always a huge topic inside of the community. Now, this is partially for the fact that in the past we were expecting that A1 was a necessity, but now we can go ahead and give you guys the real answer you've been looking for. My name is Blade here, and if you guys don't know any of my content, as per usual, I do daily videos on Persona, and I'm going to also try to do daily live streams. Now, I do apologize by my voice about this one here. I am a little bit sick, but I thought this video was definitely appropriate, seeing I've gotten this question quite a lot the last few days. So inside the video, you're gonna see a lot more about RIKO, learn a lot more about her, and be able to decide if you really need A0 or A1. But with that out the way, let's get straight into the video. As expected, WinVast was definitely the star of the town when the game is starting to get to this point here, and it's honestly for a good reason. The character herself is absolutely stellar. She is a SP based buffer that is meant for crit damage in the first of her kind. Pretty much now we can finally retire our man Leon, and it really did open a lot of just viewpoints for different teams and really did open a ton of eyes to how much damage you really can do in this game. So the main issue is A0, A1. What is really needed? What really isn't needed? Well, we have to first understand what this character can do and what her A0 is really capable of if we want to go ahead and understand what the A1 can do as well. Well, the character overall, crit damage is her main specialty, one of the best buffers in the game to today, and all you really got to know is the most important things is going to be your skill 3. The real talk where the A1 does come in handy is where we have to start thinking about the skill 1, skill 2, but the skill 3 is how A0 everything goes around it. Main reasoning for this is because with the skill 3, based on the amount of SP recovery you have, or just SP in general you have, you're able to then utilize the said SP to get extra status effects. These status effects can range anywhere from like attack percentage, critical damage, anything like that, and it's all going to be based on her SP used, while also getting an extra amount of it based on her critical damage multiplier. Now, all this is good said and done, but for the A0 herself, she honestly comes already ready. If you don't know the A0, it's called Fragrant Gale, and this increases Tempest Riko's max SP to 200. Now, this is way more than any other character here, and it also increases her SP recovery by 60%, which was in the most recent buff, seeing it used to be 50%. Well, whenever you ended up using a skill, it will then restore her own HP, and the amount recovered is going to be affected by her SP recovery. Alongside of this, whenever you do use Blossoming Season, which I want you guys to remember that's going to be the skill 3's name, it then will spend all of her SP and it will activate the different effects based on this. This is in her entire base kit, meaning nothing is affected no matter what element you are, no matter what happens, you are getting this in base kit alongside, of course, her main talents and passives, right? Well, where things get a little bit mixed or wishy-washy is people are thinking we need to get this character A1 or else they cannot work with any other team, or else we cannot just really get the best out of this character in total, when this just isn't true. If we go ahead and see the skill 3 that you guys already have explained a little bit here, Blossoming Season, it does allow you to spend all your SP. It increases one other's allies crit rate by 16.0% for 2 whole turns, and depending on the amount of SP you get, you do increase a certain effect. So 50 SP, we obviously increase a certain effect of a critical multiplier and the attack percentage. 100 SP increases your critical damage as well the critical multiplier that exceeds 100%. 150 SP increases your critical damage more by a certain percentage, which is 6%, and then a portion of Tempest Riko's critical multiplier that exceeds 100% as well. Now, all of this is going to be affected by her total critical multiplier being 388%, and that is all with the main importance of the skill 3. This is all in the base kit itself, and that is your most important one. The A1 adds upon this, which is going to be the skill 1. Originally, the skill 1 could only be used to a win team, mainly because to trigger the extra effect, you had to deal wind damage. This extra effect was increasing your attack here, and it was also going to be increased based on her multiplier of the critical damage she does have. This is a problem because not everyone does use a win team, But the good part about this is it can honestly be changed at a 0 by using a 3-2 method, which goes across the board. Whether you're going with a win team or non-win team here, you can use 3-2, get just as good of buffs here, and have no problem with the A0, right? If you are running a win team, you use the 3-1. If you're not, you use a 3-2 because you're still getting a ton of attack for the entire party. You restore your SP. It's all going to be based on her critical multiplier, and this is going to be great, right? It's pretty much just the same as the skill 1 to some extent. Well, the A1 adds upon this. A1, which is called Colors of Dawn, is the condition now for the Falling Petals effect, which is on the skill 1, is now changed from wind damage to any attribute. So now you get that easy 3-1 rotation for any team, not just win teams, just by going ahead and having this A1, meaning getting that attack percent is way easier. That increased attack percent is way easier if you're doing any elemental damage, and that just works out for everyone. It's just more of a generalistic QOL that's pretty darn nice. Now, the things that are additional to the A1 is the important part. You have the critical damage taken upgrade by 30%. And then of course, if you do use Arrival of Spring, which this is always going to be used from the skill 2 here, it then will now increase sweepers attack percentage 25% more. That is the additional. Now, this doesn't mean at all that you just can't use RIKO without A1. No, you can use RIKO perfectly fine with A0, still compete in SOS with A0, because this is something that we've done on DW as well, which is I think the common misunderstanding here. So all you would have to do is just use the 3-2 rotation. But if you wanted to have a easier QOL, get some better buffs, aka the additionals being the critical damage taken increase, you would then go for the A1, being the lovely 3-1 rotation for any of your teams. This is mainly if you just want to see big PP number. We all love seeing huge numbers inside this game, so if you really want to see that huge number, then the A1 is meant for you. But it is not necessary by any means, which is the whole deal. A simpler way to look at it, if you guys want a simpler way to explain it here, is A0. You get everything base, just you cannot use the skill 1 out of an actual win team. You have to use the 3-2 rotation. Well, with A1, it removes that said win element restriction, and now every elemental damage can utilize this. Now, I hope this was a good way to go ahead and re-highlight this as well. I think overall the A0 is all you need, whether you are trying to play competitively, whether you are trying to play for your own teams, but that is personally my belief. There are a couple people who are very famous inside the community as well, who also aren't going for the A1, and this is people like Najox P5X, if you guys know him on Twitter, me of course, Earphone iDot, who is another person who's popular on YouTube for doing guild bosses, and so on and so forth. So if a lot of you guys do want more information on this, be sure to stop by on any of my videos, or even decide to stop by in our streams, seeing that we are trying to do them daily. I also do apologize for my voice. I am very sick right now. I'm trying to get some tea afterwards, so I'm gonna try and take a little bit of a load off, relax, and enjoy. But you guys enjoy your RIKO. Try to make sure that you're really deciding on how your pool plans are going to go, because the next few updates, when it does come down to this character, are not going to be the nicest. The next ones are going to be back to back, and from there the true game does actually continue. But thank you guys for going ahead and watching this video. Leave a like, hit that subscribe. Until next time, peace out.